Welcome to Lesson 8 on our HTML, and this is going to talk about coding and debugging, taking a look at your code and seeing if you can find out what things are wrong with code. And this really has to do with taking all of that knowledge that you've learned on lessons 1 through 7 and now taking a look at some example code and see if you can figure out what's going on, because that's going to happen to you quite often on your own code. For bubble number 1 here, there's actually a video on Google Classroom I've posted. It's called How to Debug. It's a quick 2-minute little YouTube video. If you watch that, it'll give you a good overview. It's from code.org. And then you move on to bubble number 2 here. And the way these work is over here where it says do this, if you scroll down, it gives you kind of a little box here of what it is you're trying to get this to look like. So you can see right here, obviously the difference between this and this is that thing number 2 is not bulleted in itself, right? So that means we need to take a look at the code over here where we're looking at our list, right? Now this one happens to be an ordered list because it's numbered. So I can tell right here is where the OL, and if you're not sure, you can use your inspector tool, obviously, and that'll help point out what part of the code this is. And C, okay, thing 1's got my list item open and close tag around it. Thing 2 has no tags around it, and thing 3 has a list item open and close tag around it. So obviously that is what's causing my thing 2 line to not be numbered. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go ahead and put in my line item and my closing of my line item tag. And if I hit refresh and save, it should pop open here and it fixes it. All right, now a couple of things about this. If you can't figure these out, it does tell you to talk to your partner. Obviously, right now with distance learning, you're not having a partner, so you can post onto the Google Classroom chat, see if other people are having the same issues. I can answer you. Your classmates can answer you. You can always use the little hints over here. Sometimes those will help as well. But make sure you do this so that when I'm checking in, I can actually see that you finished these up rather than just clicking finish. You want to do your best to go through these. Now you have the entire week to work on this. So take your time, because some of these may come to you really, really easily, and some of them might be just you are having to go in and really manipulate this and play with this and see what is going on. Now, if you get to the end of this and you fly through lesson 8 here, you can go ahead and jump into lesson 9 here as we start getting towards the end of these units. If you want to move ahead earlier, that's okay. We are not going to be able to finish all of these, so you can just kind of zoom ahead all the way through to lesson 14 or wherever we end on these, all the way down here to lesson 14, where you are starting to get into CSS and some really advanced things. We just may not get to that in class, but that's okay. That's what I always have you guys move forward through these. So we've got lesson 3 here, or bubble 3, sorry, on lesson 8. Same thing, right? We're trying to get this to be look a lot different. We're trying to get the word cat toys to be kind of a different little subheader. So probably instead of header 1, we're going to make it maybe header 2 or header 3. We want keep your cat entertained to be a paragraph. So remember, we're going to put some paragraph tags around that. And then we're going to create an ordered list, which right now they have an unordered list, probably because they didn't actually even say ordered list on here. So make sure you put those little tags in there. As you continue moving through these bubbles, it's going to have you, again, go back to your previous knowledge here. You're going to need to know about headers and how to insert your images back from lesson 8. Make sure you're looking at the code, image src. Right here, right away, I can see there is no file name, so that's why it's not inserting an image. And then as I skip ahead all the way to the end here, this is where it gives you the big challenge. And this is a big, huge amount of code where it's got a lot of different issues in here. It doesn't give you necessarily an example. It just wants you to see, okay, what can you do to make this look right? Make sure the images are working, make sure that the bullets are working the way they should be if they're in here, and just to get this looking right, cleaning up this code, right? So again, this is why I'm giving you a lot of days this week to work on it for all of lesson 8. All right, good luck and have a great week.